What's going on, everyone? It's time for another creature feature horror film review. It's been a while since I talked about a creature feature, and there are some of my favorite movies out there, creature features. So today we're going to talk about a film called Rogue. It was released April 25th, 2008, and it was directed by Greg McLean, who also did Wolf Creek and Wolf Creek 2. He's also done films like The Jungle, The Belko Experiment, and The Darkness, and he did a few other like indie films and stuff. But yeah, it's had a budget of $25 million, and it was a colossal flop when it came out. I think it only came out to theaters in Australia, but the box office earnings was only 4.6 million. And as far as I recall, it was straight to DVD. But this is back in like the video store days, so like Blockbuster had it, and that's when I found it. And yeah, so this is a killer crocodile movie. And it's sort of like Lake Placid and stuff. Definitely its own thing. This is more almost natural style horror aesthetic to it and that. So Rogue, well, you're following a journalist who reviews resorts and travel things and things like that, attractions, things in in Australia. So I think they're in Australia anyways. But yeah, so he goes on this cruise, this like sightseeing wildlife cruise with about like 10 other people, and with this one girl who's the tour guide and boat driver. And they set off and go through the channels and stuff, see some crocodiles and things, watch another boat feed a crocodile, stuff which is like really common for those type of attractions. And so as they're going though, near the end of their trip, when they're about to turn around and go back, they see a flare, and in the region they're in, they have to go see who it is. If there's a flare shooting out, it means they're in trouble. So they go and they find a boat sinking, and then all of a sudden something hits their boat, and their boat gets stranded on this like little island. And yeah, so they're stuck there, and they have to try to figure out a way to get to the other side. And so they bicker and argue for a while, and they're not sure what to go. First, they're going to stay there, and then and this is when all the main character buildup comes up. And most of the characters are pretty well fleshed out in this film. There's a lot that people that you get, you'll find annoying, and then there's a good chunk that you sort of want to root for. There's some that you feel bad for, but you're not sure about them and stuff. And so, but yeah, but once certain things start happening, you really get to see like they did a good job of making the naive, annoying American tourists look dumb, and in this film. And I love that scene. That was like one of my favorite scenes in the movie. That's some pretty funny, entertaining death scenes from that. And yeah, they definitely make a lot of good decisions for the most part. They do take their time at showing you it. It's not like kill after kill after kill or anything like that. It's more the dreaded suspense of that there's a big, massive crocodile hunting out there, lurking to get them, and they know it, and you know it, and you just don't know when it's gonna happen. And they do some clever little things, like they try to make a trap, even though the croc outsmarts them, and but they do clever stuff like that. And yeah, and they definitely kill off some surprising people that you wouldn't expect to get killed off in this. And so with that, it comes a little bit jarring and a little more crazy. There is some animal death in it and stuff, so some people might not like that, but I think it makes it more impactful and more dark and maybe a little bit disturbing to some. And I think that actually adds to the horror elements of this film. And it's a fun, good, dark monster movie. I guess you could call it creature feature of a giant killer crocodile. Now, some things I didn't like about it is there wasn't enough death scenes. They killed off like 4 or 5 people. But you still had 5 people. Once they got to a certain point, they kind of ran through the jungle, and all of a sudden they're saved. Like, you could have killed... You set all these people up for, like killing them off and stuff, but then you only kill off half of them. And I did like the fact that they killed off some that you didn't expect. But also, it would have been cool to see like maybe do some more interesting, unique deaths. They did do quite a few unique deaths that you didn't see from other Killer Croc movies and stuff. They did try to do some more interesting ones, like where the one dad gets attacked and he's the naive one that almost killed three people and he gets taken, but instead of just killing him right away, you slowly see him get taken out and then jumps and then all of a sudden he's gone. And that's one of the more interesting ones because it's not just like a big chomp and they're dead. And also like the death roll, there's one with a death roll, and when it comes and it's not like your typical just like a quick little one. It goes like super fast, like a drill bit. And that it made it more interesting. There is some gore in this. It does make it good. There's a lot of stupid decision making near the end though, which kind of made it silly and odd. But for the most part, I enjoyed this film. I thought it was entertaining and fun, and it's a good dark Killer Croc movie. It's no Lake Placid, but it's still better than most. So with that, I'm gonna give Rogue a 3.5 out of 5. If they killed off a few more people, maybe even a little more cleverly and stuff, I'd probably give it a higher rating. But for now, with what it is, I think a 3.5 is a good rating for it. So, yeah. But if this sounds like something you're interested in and you want to check it out, there's a trail link down below, like always. Also, link down below is my Instagram, where I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my stories. You have the film title hashtag and subgenre film and a hashtag, so you're aware of it. So follow me, and also I also have my Letterbox and Derek P reviews link down below as well. That's where you can see my first star rating after watching the films. So follow me on one of those two platforms. Stay in the loop with this channel. Like this video, share it, smart people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. And also, if you have any other films or film franchises that you want to hear my opinions on in the future in any genre, comment those down below. I'll try my best to get them as soon as I can and if I can find them. And make sure you subscribe because hopefully we'll find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought of checking out together. Somewhat like this. Or so you can hear my opinions on popular films coming out and classic films and reviews on other things. And don't forget to ring that bell because I'm going to go back to the 80s and 90s iconic films. I thought I'd take a little break from it for now. And yeah, because I kind of got a suggestion to watch almost like a chick flick called Clueless. Now, I think I've seen this once before, but I don't know, but apparently it's an iconic comedy from that era. So I might check that one out next. So tune in for that if you want. And yeah, make sure you subscribe because obviously I mainly concentrate on horror, but I've been trying to do other things as well, build the viewership up and everything. So try to cover as many genres and films and decades all at once. So yeah, but there's definitely more horror coming down the pipeline probably in the next week or so. So make sure you subscribe. And yeah, but that's it for this one. Watch out for all those killer crocs out there when you go on safari. And I guess I'll see you all in the next one. So until then, cheers.